I'm back from my jollies, and if you follow my Instagram, you will know that I had a little accident when I was in Barcelona and face planted the floor. How embarrassing. Now, I'm here. My top lip is still quite numb, so if I look like I'm talking funny, it's because I am. And I've got a lot of bruising on this side of my face, but the wonders of makeup have hidden it all, and we're going to do a Monday make some plans anyway. So if you're interested, stick around. Hello, I'm back. Thick lip or fat lip, bruised eye, all covered up by the miracles of makeup, and it's Monday make some plans. Well, obviously, this week there are no makes because I've been on my jolly bobs, haven't I? I had the most amazing time, and I will be doing a separate vlog all about the me-made makes that I wore, the places that I went, and my experience of going on a Virgin Voyages cruise for the very first time. But today is Monday, so it's Monday, make some plans. No makes, just plans, and some cheeky fabric shopping as well. So where shall we start? I did manage to finish all my makes for my hauls, and if you want to see the last few that I managed to sneak in before I went on my cruise, I'll pop the link to that one below. But we're starting afresh. Boy, is it fresh in Lancashire. I've come from 30 degrees in Barcelona, landed in Manchester yesterday afternoon to a balmy 17 degrees. And by the time we got home, yes, you've guessed, it was flipping raining again. It's cloudy today. Took the dogs out in the rain this morning, back in my winter woolies. So there's no makes, but probably a lot of plans today. I did do some sneaky fabric shopping, particularly in Barcelona after I'd face planted the floor. So shall we look at the fabric and then we'll talk about my plans for the next couple of weeks and the rest. Okay. So we were on a cruise with Virgin Voyages. Absolutely amazing. Can't wait to go on another one now. I'm addicted. The first stop was in Toulon. Beautiful little place. Really nice to look round. No plans to find any fabric. Hubster. I'm always lagging behind. Always. Keeps stopping and waiting for me, and I don't try and keep up with him these days. He does like a frog march. I like to stroll and take in the ambience, and then I don't miss anything. That's my excuse for walking slow anyway. So, walking up this beautiful street, cobbled street, he'd stopped. I could see him waiting for me. As I was catching up with him, OMG, I could not believe it. And I said to him, wow, I am absolutely amazed. You've probably stopped outside the only fabric shop in the whole of Toulon. And what a lovely little shop it was as well. Here's a picture of the shop. Now, it was only day one of our holidays and we were away for 12 days. So, you know, I had to be a little bit restrained because I knew when I got to Barcelona, I was going to be fabric shopping, serious fabric shopping. So I bought one fabric. And you may have seen it on Instagram already, but not in its full glory. This is what I bought. It's French fabric. I insisted that I bought French. Now, it's a viscose, quite light and floaty. And look at the colours on that baby. I've gone for something a little bit darker. I'm thinking of the autumn and winter, even though it's pinks. And I want to make a nice floaty blouse in this. So I haven't got any patterns for any of these fabrics. Well, I might have for one or two, but certainly not for this one in my head right now. So if you know of a really nice floaty blouse, 3/4 or long sleeve, it's got quite a big pattern on it. So I don't want anything that's going to chop up the pattern too much, if that makes sense. So let me know. What do you think? I was chuffed to bits with this one. Really, really liked it. There were quite a few others that I could have bought as well. So I might have to go back to Toulon. But there was only one fabric shop that we found anyway. But yeah, 2 meters of that. So really pleased. And it was €12 a metre. I'll pop up here the conversion to UK pounds because in my head I haven't got a clue. So that was the first fabric that I bought. So then we did the rest of our cruise, bought no more fabrics. And I was getting a little bit antsy, thinking I'm putting all my eggs in one basket here and relying on Barcelona. Because I've been told, you know, believe you me, it is the sewer's heaven of fabric shops. So I knew that there were quite a few. I had a list of 5 fabric shops in Barcelona. One of them was a high-end designer fabric shop, and I mean high-end. Went on their website and you're talking £70, £90 a metre for the fabric. I thought if I've got time I'll go, but it's not on my high to-do list just because of the price of the fabric. I've only been going for the experience. And face planted myself Tuesday afternoon. We only had Wednesday, flew back Thursday morning. So I wasn't 100%. Wednesday was my fabric shopping day. And I was planning on spending most of the day fabric shopping with a cheeky lunch in between. And the hubster was going to go off and do his own thing for the day. But I wasn't 100%. I've got to be honest. I looked a mess. I really did look a mess because I couldn't put any makeup on it. The wounds were still healing. I've got, I don't know if you can see. Oh yeah, you can see the scar there. Now that's got about 3 layers of makeup on it. It's scabbed over, so I'm okay putting it on. But once I've done this, I'll be taking it all off. You can see it's all swelled up there. It's all bruised all the way down here. I've got pain in my jaw. My teeth are still a little bit numb, but when I'd first done it, I couldn't feel any of my top teeth. My lip I felt like a duck. I felt like it was out here. Anyway, but I wanted to do my fabric shopping. You know what I mean, girls? I've been building myself up to this at the end of my holiday. So I went, but I only went into one shop. So I chose Reeves and Casal because it's a big fabric store, and I thought, at least this way I'm only explaining the mess that is my face once. And you know, they were absolutely lovely. Really, really kind, considerate. Probably because I look like I've been battered by my husband. Not the case. I explained. So I'll talk about Reeves and Casal because as an English person, it was a little bit different way of shopping for fabric. And I did know already by watching another vlogger before I went. So what they do, if you were in the UK and you saw some fabric you like, you'd just pick the roll up yourself, wouldn't you, and take it to the counter and ask them to measure it and I'll start stacking them up if you're getting a few. Just I kind of just leave that there and go and get some more and go and get some more. But in Reeves and Casal, if you do that, you see your first fabric and you ask somebody for help, or as soon as you start taking it off the shelf, somebody's there. What they do is, if you said, I want 2 meters of this, there's measuring tables all over. It's a massive shop. And they go and they measure it there and then, and they put it in a little handheld device that they've got that's tallying up your order as you go. So once you've ordered one fabric, that person stays with you all the way around the shop. How cool is that? Now, because I was conscious of my face and I didn't want a load of fuss, I decided I wasn't going to touch any, I wasn't going to take, so I knew not to take any fabric off any shelves. I got my phone out, I went round the shop I did about 3-4 circuits. And I just took photos of every fabric that in a perfect world I would buy. Then I found somewhere to sit down. Seating areas, fantastic. Sat there with my phone, went through it all, put my sensible head on, and I thought, I've got to narrow this down to 5 fabrics. I cannot buy any more than that because I've got to get it home. So I went through then and started looking at each one. What am I going to make with it? Am I going to make it this year? And if the answer was no, I deleted them off. I was ruthless. I had about 30 fabrics and I had to get it down to 5. So I did all that and I think I had 7 was the best I could do. Some of them I didn't know the prices of. So I then found somebody, said, can you help me? And yes, the first lady couldn't speak English. Got a nice man who could speak English to help me. And I just showed him on my phone, I said, these are the fabrics that I'm interested in. Because I couldn't remember where half of them were in the shop by then. Walked round it 4 times. But of course he did. He works there. So he looked the first one, follow me, found the fabric. Perfect. And that's how we did it. And then he tallies it all up, gives you a receipt, takes the fabrics with the receipt to the till, puts it on in, people are queuing, puts it into the queue, you queue up, the guy at the till looks at the thing, tills it through, pay, and out you go. What a brilliant system. I mean, you've got to have lots of staff, haven't you, to be able to do that, but my goodness. Yeah, so I only went in one shop. I was meant to be doing a vlog on fabric shopping in Barcelona, but the good news is I'm going to go back. It's my big birthday next year, so one of the things I want to organise is a girly fabric shopping trip to Barcelona. So it's in the offing, but it'll probably be next year now. So shall I show you the fabrics that I bought in Reeves and Casal? Come on. Because they're beautiful, beautiful. The first one is this. Now, I'm warning you, there's no pinks in this. I made myself not buy pink. But what do you think of this? It's a huge. I'm trying to decide. It's not a lightweight cotton, so it's not a lawn, but it is 100% cotton. So it's halfway, I think, between a lawn and a poplin. That's what I'm saying. It's got a sheen to it. Beautiful. And it's got a large scale blue floral print on it. So what do we think? I quite like myself in lighter colour blues. So I thought I'm going to go with a theme and I picked blue. So everything that I bought is hopefully going to kind of go together in a blue themed capsule-ish. Right, so I got this. It's got a bit of a sheen. It's 100% cotton. It's not see-through, even though there's white in it. Bonus, I got 3 meters of this, and it was €6.95 a meter. So I've tallied it up, converted it to English. That's how much I paid for this beautiful fabric. Now I am thinking, obviously it's summery, and I'm thinking of doing some really wide leg trousers, if I can get away with them being vertically challenged. But then if they're nipped in at the waist, it'll give me my weight. If they're wide legged at the bottom, then nipped in at the waist, in my head, they're going to make me look like I've got a waist, if you get my drift. And then I want to team it with this top from Swim Style Patterns. This comes as a set with a skirt. So do I make the skirt? I think I'll do trousers and that top. Don't even know whether I'm doing long sleeved or the sleeveless one. But let me know what you think. If I do the long sleeve one, I've got more chance of wearing it in the UK, haven't I? But yeah, that's the idea for this one. So that was my first fabric. Then sticking with the blue theme, this was actually nearby. I got this. Now this is a stretch cotton. Perfect for trousers. What do we think of that now? Because it's got black in it, I thought it'd be good for the autumn and the spring and the summer because of the black. It covers all seasons-ish. Maybe not depths of winter. Now, when I was away, I wore the ECLYPSE PLAYSUIT. That's the ECLYPSE PLAYSUIT from MAISON FAUVE. Really comfy, really loved it. The only problem with it was it had a zip at the back. So there were toilet dramas in that. I had to ask the hubster to unzip me so far, go to the loo before I even went to the loo, because otherwise there was no chance. No chance. So, I digress. I want to use this, again, I got 3 meters. And I want to make the playsuit, but with 3/4 or maybe long trousers with it. And I'm going to adapt it and I'm going to put a side inseam zip because there was no reason for having it up the back. You've got a big V at the front, you've got buttons that open at the front, but you need a zip because of the cinched in waist. So I'm going to put it in the side seam and see how I get on. It has got pockets, but I'm sure I'll be able to do it. But yeah, again, £6.95 a metre, 3 metres. There's the price. Now, I reckon out of 3 metres, I should get that playsuit with the long pants with it. And maybe some sort of a jacket as well. Or am I being ambitious? I'll get the playsuit. Well, it's a jumpsuit, isn't it? I'll get the jumpsuit cut out and made and see how much fabric I've got left. It might be that I just make a little bag to go with it. But yeah. More blue. So the next one, I've been wanting some of this for a while. I wanted to do the touchy-feely in-person thing. Now, it's a stretch, navy striped denim fabric. And this is the pattern that I want to make with it. It's the MAISON FAUVE Pantalon HUSSARD. Get up close and personal, you can see it's got beautiful pleats, details near the pockets. It's got seams down the front. I'll show you the line drawings. It's got seams down the centre front, pockets, yoke on the back. And it's recommended for fabrics with a slight stretch, twills and denims. So, I want to use that pattern to make a pair of HUSSARD MAISON FAUVE jean type trousers. What do you think? But I've not made that pattern before, and it's on my list to do this week. So I am making plans. And while I'm on about plans, I'm only going to give myself one actual clothing garment to make per week. So this week's are those jeans. But this is some lilac denim that I've had for ages and ages in my stash. So I'm going to make, because I don't want to ruin that fabric, and I've not made these before, I'm going to make them in the lilac. And we'll see how we get on. So this week's plan is lilac HUSSARD denim trousers. Nice little crops, just above the ankle. Perfect for the British summer. And they actually go well with this top, won't they? And then if they work out, I'll be doing them in the stripes. Because this, I do not want to ruin. Even though this was €9 a metre. So I've got 1.5 metres of this. So that's how much this has cost me in UK pounds. For a pair of very nice denim summer crops. I've been eyeing this sort of fabric up for ages online, and I think the cheapest I could find, it was about £16 a metre in the UK. So chuffed 2 bits with that. Just 2 more to show you. And these are, I've saved the best till last. This next one, I haven't got a clue what I'm going to make with it. But it's going to go in my stash for a special occasion dress. And that's how I justified it. It was hung up, you know, the display things. And you always think, oh, that's going to be expensive, particularly when you can't find a flipping price tag on it. So I've been round and bought everything else. And then I thought, I'll leave it till last and see what he says. So I said, can we just have a look at this one? And I said, how much is it a metre? £6.95 a metre. I've got 3 metres of it. I've not shown it, have I? Wait till you see this beautiful fabric. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it justice because there's so much detail in it. Let's try. All this is embroidered. And it's on black net. So it's embroidered net. And it just, when it's hung up, it just looked amazing. There's all sorts of flowers on it. There's bees on it. There's suns, there's clouds. It's just got everything. And see, there's a bee. It just blew me away. Even before I knew the price, it looked stunning. Can you imagine it draped on a mannequin in the store? You would be like, oh, and I was. But like I said, it's obviously going to have a lining. I'm thinking some sort of dress. And that's all I can think. So if you know of a pattern that I'm going to be able to use this for, 3 metres, some sort of evening type dress, let me know. I just need somewhere to go then to wear it. Might go to the dressmaker's ball in it, you never know. Not bought a ticket yet, so we will see. And then, last but definitely not least, to make something that was going to be timeless, that would stay in my wardrobe and would always remind me of my first visit to Barcelona. Now, my good friend Steph has given me this idea, so thanks, Steph. She's making one of these. Don't know if she started it yet, but she's got her fabric and the pattern. And we saw a lady at the gathering wearing one of these, and it looked Absolutely stunning. So I'll show you the fabric. Here we go. Now that's the inside of it. You might be able to guess. Let's get it the right way round. To be very careful with this. So here we go. It's very open weave. And it's got turquoise, yellow, bit of rust, a bit of pink, and sequins woven into the fabric. How beautiful is that? And I want to make a Chanel type jacket in this to remember Barcelona. Now this was not cheap. It was €25 a metre. But I only needed 1.5 metres, so I've worked it out in English money. That's how much this fabric has cost me for my Chanel jacket. Now, if you think you can pay hundreds and hundreds of pounds for an imitation Chanel, so I'm quite happy with that. Just need some lining to go with it now, but I've got to be in the right frame of mind to do that because it's not got to be rushed. So there we go. That's it. All my fabrics bought. So my plans this week are to make up the purple or lilac HUSSARD jeans. And if they fit, then maybe I'll make a start on the stripy ones. And then what else am I doing next week? Oh, I've got a class that I'm going to on Tuesday. You'll remember Sharon and I went and did a rag quilting day, and we've now signed up for a regular monthly quilting class or group who meet up on the first Tuesday of the month. And we're doing a sampler quilt, obviously, because we've not quilted before. So I needed a selection of fabrics. Now, I didn't need them, but I wanted a particular brand of fabric. And I knew that the shop where we're going, because it's above a shop, don't stock it. So here we go. I ordered online while I was away, because obviously, otherwise I wouldn't have it when I got back. This bundle. These are all Tula Pink 1/2 metre lengths. And I've got I've got 20 different fabrics in here. So let's open it and I can show you a few. So there's plain ones. They're all from the Mini Beasts collection. So there's that, it's quite psychedelic pink. So there's some plain ones like that, but then obviously, look at this one with the owls on. Oh, what's not to like about that? Don't know how these are going to work. But I thought if I've got, 20 to choose from, the lady's obviously going to help me make an amazing quilt with them. Look at that one. Likey. I want to use them all. But, I can use them for other things, can't I, once I get going? Some plainer ones. Let me find my favouriteest one, because we could sit here all day looking at these. I like this one. Really like this one. Look at that with all the flowers and dragonflies. I like that one. That one's going in my quilt for sure. Here it is. This is the one. Oh, look at that. Let me open it up properly. What do we think? What do we think of that? It's even got little bees on it, look. Gorgeous all what. So I've got all those to play with to start my first sampler quilt. So I'll let you know next Monday how I get on with that one. And then I think that's it. Oh no, the last thing I want to tell you about is on Wednesday, Sam, Sequin Girly, and I will be launching this year's drumroll Busy Bee Sewing Challenge. There's 8 of us doing it this year, and that's all I'm telling you, because on Wednesday we will be introducing all the contestants and launching this year's Busy Bee Sewing Challenge. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, subscribe, and then you won't miss out on all the details and all the fun and shenanigans from this year's challenges. So I'm going to love you and leave you. Get this makeup off. Clean my wounds. Because it's probably not a good idea to put makeup on scabs. And heal. And hopefully next time I see you, I'll be more myself and more human again. So take care. I'm happy sewing. See you soon.